Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching The Vampire Diaries. This is episode 17 of season 7. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. And you know what, just saying that, I don't even think that we don't even get 22 episodes, do we, in the final season? So it's like, I don't even think we've got one season left, which is sad. Thinking about it, I don't plan any of the introductions or anything. I just sit here and just waffle. That's why sometimes they go on for like 10 minutes. But I can't believe it, actually. In like, what, 2 weeks, maybe, we're finished. That is a sad day. It's actually really sad when you think of it, saying it out loud. We've been on such a mad journey, haven't we? I'm assuming that most of you people that are on the Patreon have probably been here and seen near enough every video or close to it. Even if you've watched half of it, that's mental. The fact that we've got 171 episodes when we conclude and you've watched half of it, that is, I mean, all of it, it's ridiculous. It's so much time that you spent and so much like engagement on my channel. I really do appreciate it. And speaking about engagement, man, we're on episode 17 now, but episode 15 was the last one on on the Patreon. Man, there's a thread. I clicked on it. It's about 38 comments. Honestly, there's a thread just going on and on and on and on and on about everybody giving different opinions about different characters that they like and they dislike, and why Damon's a bad character, and people are saying why Damon's a good character. People are saying, well, you know, Stefan's bad and Stefan's good. Do you know what? I see it as positive that it's not hate against everybody. It's showing that we all watch it. We all get different character opinions, and we're all still hooked from season 1. And it's now season 7. Like I just said, we're probably like 150, 60 episodes in, and we're all still hardcore loving it. All of us got opinions. All of us literally still as hooked as ever. So, I mean, obviously, some people are going back and forth with what they're saying, but I see that as, you know, a good community engagement. Now, me personally, I love Damon. Now, if somebody listed out all the shit that he's done, I think it's hilarious when you read it out loud. The guy, like, he's an absolute savage. Now, obviously, they didn't list all of Caroline's bad stuff and all of like Elena's bad stuff and Klaus's and Bonnie's and Stefan's, because he was just talking about that one character. But it just makes you think that as I was reading it, I was thinking, that's why I love him. Like, the fact that he's done all this stuff is that I enjoy it. I like, yeah, this is me, just me as a person, I like bad characters, like a bad boy or a woman who goes around absolutely savagely, like kills people, but then we get another side and they're actually nice. So like, I don't like people who are dead cocky and they're always cocky and they're cocky and cocky and cocky, and it's just like, I don't like it. You're too big for your boots. But like, I like people that go around and you know, they kill people, but then they're nice as well to everybody else. So it's like, that's why I really love Klaus. We see two sides of him. He's not just sat on his throne just being cocky all day every day and showing no emotion and just, I'm going to kill everyone for the fun of it, blah blah blah. You know, that's boring. You go around killing innocent people just for the sake of like, you think you're amazing, that's boring. But the fact that like, you're a character and we've got loads of layers to you, and you know, you care for your friends, care for your family, and then sometimes, you know, you get a bit stressed and you lash out and you kill somebody, and it's unexpected and it's exciting because we're getting different things. We're not just getting the same consistent person. I like it. I like Dexter, for example. The guy is obviously a mass murderer. He's a serial killer. He kills everybody. But the fact is, yeah, when we get his normal day-to-day life, he's a decent guy. So like, I love it. You know what I mean? Like, these two sides to his characters. It's not just one, let's go kill everyone. That gets boring. But you've got the one, let's do this and then let's do that, and you never know what you're getting with them. They're the characters that I enjoy. So that's my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own. So I enjoy reading the thread anyway. If people are saying stuff that like I don't agree with, I just love it, that the fact that they form their own opinion and they comment, and it's amazing. And speaking about forming your own opinions, that was a good transition into the votes for our most liked and disliked characters of season 7. Now, I know we're on, I think I said just episode 17, which means we're near the back end of the season now, and feel like everybody that's introduced is pretty much set in stone now. I've tried to put everybody on there that I feel like have had some sort of go in the season. Now, looking at that list, I think it's really small. We've had a condensed cast, if you think about it. Just going to mention it for the next, obviously, 5 episodes, and you get your character votes in. And if I missed anyone, just drop it in the comments, you know. I can get it sorted. I can go in and can edit it, so that's great stuff. So, like I said, get your votes in. Thanks for clicking on my video. Thanks for commenting on the Patreon. Thanks for leaving your comments. You know, I love it. So recapping the last episode real quick, we had the backstory between Stefan and Valerie. That was interesting. We've seen how they kind of got together as a couple. They was travelling the world. They was trying to find, obviously, a way to get rid of this. And they ended up getting close on the beach and kissing. It was a nice scene. I enjoyed it. Now, what we did see is, obviously, Alex, she's going after Enzo. she believes that he's the reason why Reina is on the loose right now. But it turns out that I believe Matt is the person that released her, because Enzo ended up going to meet Matt or capturing him back in the police car. He was saying, look, Matt, tell me the reason why that you released her. I just don't understand it. But while this was happening, Alex obviously made a deal with Nora, because she has Mary Lou locked up and she's been giving her Reina's blood, and it's been like infecting her and killing her. And she was saying, look, if you want the antidote, you want the cure, go and get me Enzo, I'll give you Mary Lou, all singing, all dancing, you get what you want, I get what I want. So she went off to do that. She tracked him down, she started having a fight. In this fight, Matt managed to kind of escape, get in the car and drive off. Enzo ended up having a conversation with Nora and saying, look mate, she's using you, there's no cure for Mary Lou. And once that actually was confirmed, you know, Alex was like, look, I've got Enzo now, you can go and see Mary Lou, and you've only got maybe a week, there's no cure, so go and say final goodbyes or you're never going to see her again. So she ran off. And then obviously we got this Stefan situation, which is interesting. She's chasing him, she rang him, she said, look mate, anyone that's been pierced with my sword, I can actually physically see visuals from what they're seeing, so I always know where you are, I can always track you down and gain in on you. Reina, she ended up going over to him and she was like, boom, stabbed him. She won the fight, she's transferred him into the stone. And then she went after Mary Lou and Nora. She threw the sword, it went through, smashed right into the car, stuck on the bonnet. I think it sliced Nora's shoulder, so that means that she's infected as well. We see Mary Lou, she's dying. Mary Lou's like, sack this mate, I'm gonna die, you're gonna die, I'm going out like a champion. Grabbed hold of the sword, started doing some mad spell. Obviously, it reminded me of Elena and Damon, to be honest, like going out in a blaze of glory together. She grabbed it as well. Both of them sacrificed themselves. They'd done a spell. They destroyed the sword. They destroyed the stone, I'm assuming. Stefan's inside the stone, though, so this is what's actually fascinating me the most. Like, how the hell is he coming back to the present? I don't know. Where's this stone gone? Has it fully been destroyed? We did see Reina. She was fuming. She was screaming at the end. She's devastated that that sword's gone away. And to be honest, I've got to say, they are pushing as well quite heavily, I think, in the past few episodes, that Damon is a bad influence on Stefan. Now, whether you believe that or not, that's your opinion to form. You know, I'm not going to discredit anybody's own opinion that they formed with 7 seasons in now. I'm sure you've made it. But also, I do like, do say, and I've said it in multiple times in different situations in the show, is that I don't like it when they kind of try and force an opinion on you of some other character. Maybe that's where we go. Obviously, say he's bad for you. Stefan's gone, he's in the stone, and whatever. Damon comes, saves the day, back together, bromance, you know, and it will show that that is not in fact true. So I can't wait to find that out. Thanks for clicking on my video today. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode. Oh, here we go. Again on the floor, but different. Is it Stefan though? Yeah, check this. What the hell, mate? What was that start? What relevance was it playing anything?
What's your name?
I don't remember.
You're the first person I've met to survive a gash to the carotid. Take it from me. Even heroes can't save them all.
My name's Stefan Salvatore.
And there we go. Do you know where you are, Stefan?
I'm in hell.
I'm in hell.
I mean, a bit random start, but I like it. Definitely not what I expected.
They didn't know. My spirit was already trapped in the Phoenix Stone. They probably thought they were doing the world a favor.
So if you're done mourning Thelma and Mary Louise, I think we should get out of here. I'm trying to make it right.
The stone is destroyed, Damon.
See it differently, okay? Stefan's dead, and I'm responsible. And I'm not ready for any of those things. You can keep being a Debbie Downer, or do a locator spell and help me find Reina.
I mean, I do love how they can turn invisible. I've got to say, right, sorry. Like I said, they push in. It's Damon's fault. Now, am I mistaken here? I would like, obviously, someone to tell me if I am. But was Damon not in the hospital to save Caroline? And who did she originally go to the hospital for? This is like, if she originally went for Damon, that was the whole purpose. Let's go and get Damon, and then Stefan got obviously got jabbed. Then I still wouldn't say it's Damon's fault. It's just one of those things. But again, they was all there in that hospital to try and. I think they was after the heretics, was he not? Was she not after Bob? And they was there, and he was trying to protect Caroline, divert them away so that they didn't go after the babies. And then in that diversion, Damon got in the way, and he was one of the big men that stepped up, yeah, and had a fight with her to stop that interaction of trying to find somebody else. And then, so just because she went to stab Damon in that fight and Stefan got in the way, that's not Damon's fault, you know. That's me anyway. Like, to me, I personally, that is not Damon's fault. They was all there trying to protect the babies, and they all got in a fight with Raina, and she intended to stab Damon, but it got Stefan. Now, that's nothing to do with Damon at all. It could be a character A and character B. You know, she went for A, but B got stabbed. That's not A's fault. They was there to protect C. So I don't know. And then the fact that, like, they're saying, so then you should take that. No, like, you should take it off you. It's your fault he's got it. I'm thinking, I don't know. I just disagree with that. I actually do disagree with that. Like, I just think it was one of those things that it was out of everybody's control. They was trying to protect one and somebody got hurt. That doesn't mean that the other people should be taking it away from that person. It's not their fault.
Means this is all some sort of looping nightmare.
Sit down. You are not making any sense.
Marty Hammond?
No,
Have you been drinking, sir?
I'm a vampire with control issues, and alcoholism is a metaphor for my bloodlust.
Matt, I need help.
Did you put Stefan back in the stone?
Yes, but
We have nothing to talk about. I did my part. I'm out.
Those bitches destroyed the stone. He's free.
What do you mean free?
well, go ahead and answer. What do you mean free?
Valerie, I don't know why you took Stefan's body, but if anything happened,
Nice work, Marty. And back to me,
What is this supposed to prove?
that you were under the influence when you were driving the bus.
You're saying that every vampire you ever killed with that sword is now wandering the earth.
I woke up in the middle of the road, and I saw the bus on fire.
Yeah, you're a real hero, Marty.
Vampire, human, it doesn't matter. The spirits fled, scattershot into the first dead piece of flesh they could find. Where did Stefan end up? He could be anywhere.
Marty Hammond, you're under arrest for driving under the influence.
I was about to ask that then, but because we had the visual of two Stefans, then I was waiting for the scene to play out, and then I was going to ask, like, is he two Stefans around, or, like, are we physically seeing the real version of Stefan here? Because he's speaking like Stefan, he knows who he is, and the other one doesn't. So I did assume that he'd flipped into the wrong body. So this is actually interesting now, because now they've got to transfer one soul out to the other one, because we've seen it before, haven't we, with somebody else in a different body. So I'm really intrigued. So is he not a vampire then?
What the hell do you want?
I know you're gonna find this hard to believe, but I made sure that Caroline was safe.
We have got kids that we need to take care of.
Look, Caroline was bait. Something bad happened, and I'm calling to warn you that I sent some visitors your way.
Matt's a proper dickhead this season. It's not really been justified properly, I don't think.
Stefan is among the missing, and something tells me that your household has a vested interest in whether he lives or dies.
Boyfriend should be the least of your concern. I've put down some of the most evil vampires of the last 200 years.
What is this?
it's your journal. See if anything jogs your memory. Look, the most important thing is, man, you're not in that hell anymore. I screwed up bad, and when you remember why, I do not blame you. I'm famished.
She said some are vampires or some are not, but are they not all vampires that get put in the stone? That's... but I'm guessing they could just jump into any random body, though. So then when they come back, he might have gone into just a random bus driver, Stefan. Oh, that's mad. Wow. Oh, that's brutal.
Need a refill?
Please, and thank you.
That's enough. I'm gonna go make a quick phone call.
Smart. I was gonna say you could hear the phone call.
Damon, listen to me very carefully. That is not Stefan, all right?
I don't want to spend the rest of my life babysitting a cheap knockoff of my brother. What are you saying?
I'm saying that if Stefan is in a human body, he's got about 3 days to live.
Oh yeah, it's true. I was thinking, no, Stefan's body's not gonna decay. The guy's duct taping his cut up. Oh, he's... yeah. It is interesting, this.
He's a known drunk. With his medical history, if the cold doesn't take him down, I'm betting detox will.
Do you have any pictures of Stefan?
Why would I have a picture of Stefan?
Not you, Caroline.
True that, innit?
Let's do.
That's a cute picture, that.
Focus on Stefan.
Tattoo on his hand. He's hurt. He's scared.
Merchant Marine tattoo. A guy saves a bunch of kids and then goes on the lam. I think this Marty Hammond is our guy.
I am enjoying the twist. The back and forth is good.
Of course, I'm trapped in the body of an addict. Didn't need a damn hellstone to hammer that irony home, did we, Marty? After the initial shock wore off, I actually started to enjoy it. I guess I forgot how much being a human actually sucks. Yes! Yes! I may have forgotten what you've done, Damon, but I do remember this. You are my flesh and blood.
I know you're not, Stefan.
He smiles. Stefan smiles. Good
Just warming
there.
up. No, I give you points for being a quick study. Well, fair warning. That hair requires a tremendous amount of makeup.
You seem like an entertaining fellow, Damon. Deuces.
I think you could definitely tell that that's not the normal Stefan. And that's what I attribute to good acting. Because the guy's not really doing much. All he's doing is sitting there holding the book, smiling, right? But just the mannerisms that his face is making, firmly, like, I believe that is not the real Stefan. Do you know what I mean? I just think the way he looks and the way he's smiling and just like he's nodding his head, it just feels so different. And that's why I felt like we got that when Catherine was trying to be Elena. It just the simple things you could instantly see, and I think it's really good acting.
He asked about Memphis,
We're 2 states away from Memphis.
and I have to go rescue the real Stefan from a manhunt.
Who is he? Just another serial killer who cannot be allowed to walk this earth.
Ah, interesting. She still wants to go after him, though.
Do you know where we are? You mind if I borrow your phone?
A male fugitive is on the run in the Glenwood area.
I wonder if this guy did actually crash and cause it. Do you know, that's what I would actually like to know.
Pardon me, excuse me, officer coming through.
Who are you?
Deputy Matt Donovan, Mystic Falls. Matt Donovan is the finest, bravest, least stupid cop you ever met.
We got the force surrounded. Boys just raided a cabin, found traces of blood, but no Marty.
Didn't think that one through, did you, brother? Let's go. What's wrong?
If you're here, then I'm saved, and I owe you one. But if you're a hallucination, I'm officially and royally screwed.
I think it's interesting, mate. I think it's mad, actually. I actually do. So, like, if you are a drugger or an alcoholic or something, I don't know, I can't remember what they said he was. Imagine if that's how you act when you don't actually take the drug. Like, obviously, I don't take drugs or nothing, so I don't know, like, but, I mean, addiction, obviously, that's just crazy, because if the guy's only gone, like, one day and he's acting like that, it's mental. It shows how much people are heavily reliant on it. And then you just think, like, when they go to rehab, right, obviously they're doing the right stuff and they're trying to go down the right path and they're trying to better themselves, but imagine all that pain that they're actually in as well. Yeah, you can say, okay, many people could have the view like, oh, it's their fault, you know, they got themselves into this mess. It's like, yeah, okay, form that opinion, push it aside, yeah. Now let's form the opinion on they're trying to do the right thing and they're trying to get on the right track. So let's support them and let's imagine like how hard it must be for them, because we can see it there, man. It's crazy. The guy's hallucinating. He's like can't breathe properly. He's coughing up stuff. It's mad. And the fact that police officer was like, yeah, it's cold out there, man. We'll just let nature do its thing. I can't believe that as well. Like, I can actually imagine some police officers actually think like that in real life as well, which is really sad.
Just try to calm down and tell me what happened.
Okay with you, Captain. I'd like to question her myself.
All right, everyone. Matt Donovan's got this.
Oh,
Just
God.
tell me exactly where you saw him.
It was north of Odin.
All right, boys, he's south of Odin, okay?
Wait, that's not what I said.
It is now.
My cell phone.
Oh, did she drop it then?
Hello.
Marty's voice is, huskier than I imagined.
You gotta move. Okay? This is not how you are going to die.
Trapped in the frozen corpse of an alcoholic murderer. You suck at playing hero, brother. Should I list all the ways in which this mess is your fault?
Go for it. I'm not doing anything important right now.
You bailed on me and you decided you'd rather live in a coffin than to own up to your mistake. You lived 160 years before you met her. First thought was when I came to, I need to save those people on the bus.
This is good, Al. This is good.
You want me to say what we both already know? Until I met Elena, I wasn't interested in doing the right thing for anybody, my brother included. You resent me?
Yes.
Then get up and come kick my ass yourself.
I like how Stefan said that he was mad that he abandoned him when he went in the coffin. I can get behind that. It makes total sense.
I'm not gonna be able to go on. And when that happens, I don't believe you'll be there.
Oh, that's sad. Well, I hope that he falls on the floor and he's on his last brink of death and he's just about to die, and then Damon comes and sweeps in and saves the day, and then it shows that that was actually incorrect. But I do enjoy what we just said there, you know. The fact that Damon said, yeah, I am selfish and X, Y, and Z. Bet many people have waited time for him to say that. But I just enjoyed the full conversation. If he was being honest, Damon, then fair play. Or if he was just saying what he needed Stefan to hear to make him get up and actually walk, again, that is fair play, because it works. Whatever he just said, it works, regardless of if it was true or if it's not. Now, I would like to know if he actually means it or if he didn't. But yeah, he said before relaying it all. This is the key thing, because we did see in the past flashbacks, you know, like when he killed Zach's wife and they thought he killed the babies and all that. He didn't care about anybody then. Literally, he didn't care about anybody. But when he come to Stefan there, he was like, look, Stefan, I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change. So we do know that for all this time up until that point, he didn't really care about many people. And like I said, since Elena's come, like he said, he's evolved. We've even seen that. He's changed so much. If you look at him now to season 1, he has changed so much. Yes, okay, he has done lots of bad things to get to the position that he's in now. And obviously, I'm not saying ignore that, but you also have to acknowledge the change in the character. So do you know what I mean? Like, I think some people, because they know all the bad stuff that they've done, they don't like acknowledging that he has actually changed to a better person. Doesn't mean that he's a great, fantastic person and he's not done anything in the past, but it just means that, yeah, okay, from where he was to where he is now, he's improved. He's on the right trajectory. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm never going to say Damon's a God's greatest gift and he's a saint, because obviously we see he does all these bad things, but I definitely acknowledge, as well as many characters, that they're getting better as the seasons go on and that they evolve. I think many people don't acknowledge evolvement in characters. They just like to stick with what the originally opinion they formed, and that's it. And yeah, up until Elena, he might not have cared about anyone, but after Elena, he certainly cares about lots of people. He even nearly said Matt was a friend. He said Matt was the greatest police officer in the world or something in there. Obviously, he might have been joking, but he still said it. And then his connection with Bonner, look how much that's improved as well. So, I mean, I could go on with loads of things that he's benefited on, but obviously you can make a pros and cons list. You could go through all the negative stuff that he's done as well.
Well, if this ends badly, you emerge the victor. Stefan dies through no fault of your own. That's competition for your fiance's heart.
True story.
Well, except for the part where Stefan ditched Caroline to travel around the world with you. Yeah, I proposed to Caroline because I fell in love with her. Stefan coming back might ruin my perfect little life.
For what it's worth, I'm rooting for you and Caroline.
You being human?
I have to say, I don't appreciate it this particular moment.
Sucks having to play by the rules, doesn't it?
Do you remember playing hide and seek when we were kids?
You bring that up because you used to cheat to hide in Father's office, even though we weren't allowed to be in there.
Oh, why was it so hard for you to find me?
I didn't want to break the rules. No, I wasn't scared I'd get caught. I was scared for you, Stefan. Why do you bring up hide and go seek?
Because you're never gonna find me.
I do like that analogy as well.
You asked me what I miss most about being human. The ecstasy of eating incredibly crappy donut.
What is this? About that. I'm afraid Marty's not going to make it. We have less than 48 hours to track down your real body.
You still tracking Stefan's body?
Whoever's in him just stopped.
A vampire just beelined to Memphis and went straight to a university. A string of murders that happened in Memphis in the 1880s. Apparently he was a serial killer before he became a vampire. The story goes, he wouldn't just kill, he would force his victims to murder each other. They never caught the killer.
Wow, it's finished. I think that's really interesting. The fact that, like, did he say he physically doesn't do the killing himself? What he does is he compels other people to kill each other. Which is mad, mate. Some people get off on some crazy stuff. I do think this episode was interesting. There was some decent information being said, obviously, from Stefan to Damon and Damon to Stefan, whether it's a confession or not. I do say that, obviously, he's changed and evolved, obviously. I do like the fact that he said, yeah, I didn't used to care about anyone, not even you, Stefan. But now I firmly believe that he really does, and he's there and he saved him. I do like how interesting it was that the fact that Stefan, we're seeing him as one person, everyone else is seeing him as another. Stefan's realising how shitty it is, to be a human compared to being a vampire, because obviously you can't compel people and you can't do all these other stuff that you actually rely on. You know, I'd love to see them try and live a day. Rebecca tried to do it, didn't you? You know, try and live a day as a human without using any of your vampire abilities, and you realise how much you actually rely on them. So I do think this was quite interesting, this one. And the thing that Rick said, that, you know, he fell for Caroline and he proposed to her, and then she said yeah because it was what was best for the kids. Never really said that she said yeah because she loved him back. So again, I think that was really interesting. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's video. I think this one was interesting in terms of the fact that, you know, everybody that was inside the stone has been released and they've all jumped into different bodies. Now, we only got the story of 2 of them here, Stefan and this other person that's inside Stefan's body, but I wonder how many are actually out there in the world and, you know, taking over the places. It will be interesting to see that, or maybe, you know, see some other characters come in the show because of this as a ripple effect. Now, I mentioned just then about the Caroline and the Alaric situation. I thought it was interesting, the fact that he said that he proposed to Caroline because he fell in love with her, but she kind of just accepted it because it was what was best for the family, which I do think is interesting, because it does show that she still possibly might care for Stefan, because we did see her actually ring, well, not ring actually, she was speaking to Rick a couple of episodes back saying, how's Stefan, you know, so she's actually showing some concerns for him as well. Now, Raina, she has obviously said that she can hear all the voices. Kind of reminds me of, like, Bruce Almighty, you know, like when he becomes God and he can hear everybody praying to him. But she's saying that there's this vampire here, yeah, that they believe, because they've tracked him to a sorority house, they said, or something like that. And there was a story that this guy went round and he compelled everybody inside there to start killing each other. I don't know if he took part as well, but he was going around murdering everybody. He got high for it, he loved it, and he never really caught who the actual person was. Now, I've got to say, when am I going to assume Stefan is going to return to his present normal body? When he does, I would like to physically see who this person inside Stefan truly looks like. If he's never been caught before and he's going around doing it again, trying to kill loads of people, that would excite me very much. Honestly, I think that would actually be really good to see that. Now, I'm assuming the final end of the season then, we're going to see Stefan, or whoever it is, go on a Madden and Raina try and hunt him down again, and then they're going to try and prevent her from taking this bad guy out. Because she was saying, mate, for the whole world, for everybody, it's best if this guy dies. You got to put a stake through his heart. You got to end him. You know, he's been terrorising for like 200 years. So it's going to be one of those things. She's going to go after him. They're going to try and prevent it. And yeah, I do think it's quite good actually. So everybody has got. I'm guessing everybody that's been released, you can't go back in the store now because there isn't one. So you've got to actually kill them. So that's interesting. I like how Stefan was inside a different body and he couldn't do any of his magic or his powers or his vampirism that he usually relies on, and like he was struggling. He put his hand in that vice and he dislocated his thumb so he could get it out of handcuffs. That was mad. And I think, like you say, like once you're forced into realizing like life's different, you start to appreciate what you had. And like he was saying, he misses the compulsion. I definitely would as well. It's not just for the fact that they use it to get what they want. They use it in most situations as well when people are either raising questions to them or like when people have caught them out for something, or people trying to call them out, or you can't do this. It's like, yeah, I can. You know, you can't go there, but I'm going to. You know, oh, I'm going to tell someone. No, you're not. So it's not as like, they don't always use it to say, oh, I want a free meal. Nah, you're not having it. Yeah, I am. You know, like that's what I'll do anyway. I'll go into a restaurant. Yeah, can I have that lobster over there? Yeah, and it's free. Oh, nice one. You know, but but that's interesting. You just realise like you don't know what you've got until it's gone. You know, and we've seen that with Rebecca. She kind of struggled and she ended up using her vampire abilities to save. Was it April? She saved. Now, obviously, she done it for the right thing, but if she wasn't a vampire, she couldn't do that. So she still done the right thing, even though it shows that she couldn't resist being her vampire self, you know. So I do think that's interesting. I like seeing Stefan as a drunk and a different type of person. It makes you like wonder how different people actually are, you know. Like I said, this guy is shaking, he's coughing and all that, and it's just mad. Like I've never been in that situation. I've never seen anyone in that situation, but I find it absolutely like mental, that there are some people suffering like that, and it's crazy. You know, people like that, I feel sorry for them. I actually really do. I hope everybody can get some help, because it's mad. And I like the fact that Stefan said to Damon that did he say he hates him or something, or like he's not happy with him? He said that he wanted to hear him say that he didn't really care about anyone but himself, and he actually did say it as well. He said, yeah, that's true, but to me he was referencing it in the past, because he did say up to Elena. Now I think that is key, because after Elena we have seen massive progression in the Damon character. So I'm excited to see where we go from here, because we had no mention of, like, yeah, okay, we mentioned Caroline, but we didn't see her. You know, what's happened after she's gone to try and visit Klaus? We've not seen Caroline, not seen Bonnie properly for a few episodes. Enzo as well. Matt, right? Let's say, well, Matt, he is an asshole in this season. This season 7, he actually is. I've got to admit it. I've never had a problem with Matt up until this season. I actually haven't had a problem with him at all. I just think he's one of them characters that's a straight line, and he's just there, just in the show. You need them. You need a recurring character here and there, in and out, like Gunter. Was that what he's called, Gunfer or something in in Friends? Guy really wasn't anything. The guy was just working in a bar, but he was in the odd episode. Actually, if you look at the credits, he's probably in that 100 and 100 odd episodes of Friends, which is mental. And he wasn't even a big character. He was just there in the background, someone different, and that's what Matt is. But this season, I understand what he's saying. Yeah, vampires are bad, and he's trying to, but to me, it just makes it doesn't make any sense now. Like I said, we're 7 seasons in, and he's doing it now, and he's like going against everybody that he likes, and like he's being dead stubborn, he's being dead arsey, and he's just like, he's not even being nice to the humans as well. You know what I mean? He's not even being nice to Rick or anyone. So I don't know. Matt this season, not had a good season for me, to be honest. Maybe he could pick it up at the end, but I don't think so. I think he's had a bad season. He actually has. And yeah, Rainer's going after Stefan / this new guy. Damon is also going after Stefan / this new guy. Both got different reasons for it. She wants to kill him. He wants to keep him alive. I can't wait. I'm really excited. Thanks for clicking my video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, in the description there is going to be a poll for your favourite characters and your most disliked characters of this season. Please let me know if there is other people that will be coming into it that we should place into it. But I think that we possibly got everybody now, unless this Stefan guy, whoever it is, has got a new name. You know, we could put him in, but he seems like he might be an interesting one actually, and not one that we'll love and not one that we'll dislike, but someone there that's going to entertain us right up until the very end. So thanks very much everyone, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.